Mobsters, cops, and prohibition. The game is Speakeasy Blues. Welcome back to the Board Game Closet. My name's Jimmy, and today I'm doing a preview of Speakeasy Blues, which is on Kickstarter right now. And if you're interested, go online and check it out, because I'm sure something has changed from the prototype that they sent me, and you can get the latest updates on that. I want to tell you about the game, and then at the end I'm going to give you my first impressions. In Speakeasy Blues, you are an entrepreneur in the roaring 20s, and you are trying to make the most money and rise to the ranks, rise to the top of the ranks in society. And so the way that you do that is through dice worker placement. There are 6 locations on this board that you can go, and as we progress through this video, I'm going to tell you about each one of those. At the beginning of the game, you're going to be given a business card, and these cards tell you the name of your business and your starting resources. And so you get to choose one of these and get those resources. So I'm going to be Keen's. Good food is our specialty, I'm sure. And this tells me that I get a bottle of hooch, that I get a buck, I get 2 crime cards, and I start at -1 reputation. And that's now I'm off and running. So at the beginning of my turn, I'm going to choose 2 dice off the board that are the same color. Take those dice off, I roll them. These are now part of the dice pool. I then get to choose another set of the same colored dice, and I get to place them on the locations that their dice show. So I've got hooch here or crime. And so let's say that I come to hooch here. If I just want 1, I place it in this open spot and I get 1 bottle of hooch. And I'll tell you what that does a little bit later. Or I could come here and get 2 bottles of hooch. But if I do that, then I'm going to lose a reputation point, which is in essence victory points at the end. And I only have so many to spend. But let's say that I just went with a 1, I got my bottle of hooch, that's great. Then I could come over here and I get a crime card. And the only available spot here is the -1, so I would actually have to lose a reputation to do this. But it looks like both of those locations lose you reputation, so it doesn't really matter. I get to pick 3 crime cards and I get to keep one of them. And then these go onto my tableau. This is my Speakeasy board that represents my business, and I get to choose one of the locations that this card can go, and I place it face down. Now later on during the game, I can flip this card over to reveal whether it is a mobster or a cop. If I reveal it as a mobster, then I get to do that ability that it says. And so this says I get to take a card from someone. Boom. So some player interaction there. But if someone else at the table has a police card, a cop card, they could reveal it at the same time and stop whatever it is I'm trying to do. A couple other places that you can go are society. So if I came over here to society, if I had the champagne glass, then I would get to choose one of these face-up cards that are here and add that to my tableau. If I didn't like any of the ones that are there, I could pay a buck and take all 4 of these and stick them at the bottom of the pile. But let's say that I took this one right here. This is the Fitzgeralds. I now have influence with the Fitzgeralds, and it says at the end of the game, if I have the most bullets or the most whatever this family token is, then I get a victory point for that, or victory point for each, I think. And so now you're getting into the part of the game where you're going to be stacking up cards. You can place these cards in any of the slots that are available on your board. The first 2 are free, but then the second 2, it's like expanding your speakeasy. And so I have to have $1 to expand here and $2 to expand over there. But you're allowed to stack cards in the game. So why wouldn't I just stack up all of my cards in one slot? Why would I expand? It's because the only special ability that you can take advantage of is the one that's on the top. So although I get to collect symbols that are on these cards, which are worth victory points at the end, but I also am trying to unlock abilities that are listed on the card. So like with the Fitzgeralds, I get a victory point at the end of the game for each one of these items. But if I cover that up, then I'm no longer going to get that end game condition. And so you have to decide where I want to place those cards in my tableau to be able to unlock those abilities or keep those abilities available to me. Another location that you can go down here is this collection card, and it's the same kind of thing. You can spend $1 to get rid of these, or you can just choose one of these cards. And this gives me a couple things you have to keep in mind with these cards. Is number one, they have a cost for you to pay to place this card into your tableau. Like it cost me 2 points or 2 money to even play this card. But at the end of the game, if I have a card that matches that symbol on the very top, so let's say that I played wheels instead of the horses, if I played the wheels instead, then at the end of the game, I would score all of those victory points back. But if I had another card on top, then I don't score any of the collection card bonuses, and so that stinks. And so you have to make sure that you are placing your cards where they will score you the most points at the end of the game as well. They also have jazz tokens that you can get. And the jazz tokens allow you to do a couple things with your dice. The first one here with the question mark allows you to change a die face to anything that you want. So it doesn't matter what it is in the pool, I could change this one to be something else. Or the ×2 allows me to take a location action twice. And so you can actually use these in conjunction. So I could play this to change the die face to maybe the butterfly. And then I do this, so it allows me to do it twice. And I could get 2 cards that go into my collection. The last location that you can go is favors. And favors have to do with set collection at the end. Like whoever has the most of each one of these tokens is going to get 10 victory points. I think second place is 6. And so during the game, wherever you place your token, your die in this section allows you to pick up the associated token that goes with it. And it also allows you to get money in the game. So each round you're going to be moving up a new event card and revealing new ones. And so you know that on this round, if I took the center token, I would get $4. If I took the cop token, I'd only get 2. There are event cards that come up every single round, and some of them are end game points like this one, or others are things that you get to do during the game. So on this turn, if I came here, I would get to do that event card by going to the favors location. The last thing that you can do in the game is called a soiree. And so you can place any die that you want in the middle, and you get to look at your deck and see what happens. So you look at your deck and you say, okay, how many plus symbols do I have? That makes me go up the reputation track. How many negative symbols? That makes me go down. And then however many money symbols that I have showing, that's how much money that I get for throwing my soiree. Wherever the money tokens are, I get those. And that's all the places that you can go in the game. So my first impressions of the game, I really like the dice placement aspect, that I take 2 dice off and then I place 2 dice back onto the board. It allows me some maneuverability. I feel like I can do what I need to do in the game because I'm able to take something away. And then I'm also able to pay $1 to re-roll all of the dice in the dice pool. So I might not have what I want, but if I've got money, then I'm able to do some stuff in the game. Money is pretty easy to come by because all I have to do is come over here to this location and I get money. Now the negative to that is that sometimes I'm having to lose victory points to get that money, or reputation points. I really like the stacking of these things that are over here, and that the only thing that's on top is what gives you that ability. I liked the cop thing, that I could be holding on to a cop in a location and then at some point flip him over to stop what somebody's doing. And the fact that I only have 4 slots makes me make some interesting choices because, like I said, the thing that's on top is most important. So I might have to keep something open or a location ready for me to do something. Overall, the game plays pretty back and forth. It's pretty quick. It's not that complicated, especially once you know what you're doing. And I just really like the dice worker placement. So if that sounds like it's something that you're interested in, then go online and check it out. There are some fun choices with this. If you like the theme, then this might be a hit for you.